As per the recent trend in traditional medicine, oral dosage form is the number one choice. And of these, granule in the form of tablets are the most preferred, especially because of their effervescent, rapid release, fast dissolving, and rapid disintegrating properties. Well, there are many factors that contributes to the enduring popularity of the compressed tablets. Simplicity is definitely not one of them. Well, my name is Sanjay and welcome back to my channel PharmaTech Solutions, where you get a complete info on some of the interesting pharmaceutical facts. Well, today we are going to learn about some of the tablet defects that occurs during the tablet manufacturing process. Now, as we have already seen in my previous videos, that commercial tablet manufacturing is complicated and multi-stage process that demands a strict adherence to the CGMP, that is the current good manufacturing practices. But error can happen at any stage of the commercial tablet manufacturing process. So most of the drug substances require a pre-treatment in order to properly flow into the tablet press or the dye cavity. And as you know, to achieve them, the excipients are often added to improve the flow of the granules. And even a minute error in the dose measurement or the purity of the raw materials may compromise the entire batch of the manufactured tablets. That is why the quality control begins long before the tablet press is turned on. And only after the APIs and excipients are tested and found to be of sufficient purity does the process begin. Right? But once the material reaches to the tablet press, the potential of error rises even higher. So tablet compression may seem straightforward, but all manner of issues can arise. Even a properly calibrated tablet press can produce defective products that must be discarded. However, there are some quality control processes in place to ensure a high quality tablets in the market. Okay? Well, let us now try to list down some of the defects and the reasons due to which it occurs while compressing the tablets. Okay? Now, in fact, an industrial pharmacist has to encounter various problems during the manufacturing these tablets. Now, these defects can be categorized in various ways, like, say for example, the process-related defects, the formulation-related defect, and the machine-related defect. So when we talk about the process-related defect, we come across many defects like capping, lamination, chipping, cracking, splitting of tablets. Well, I will explain you about all these defects during this video, so you don't have to worry about it. So let us first talk about capping defect. What is this capping? The upper or the lower segment of the tablet separates horizontally, either partially or completely from the main body, and comes out just as a cap during the ejection of the tablet press during the subsequent, or maybe it can be during subsequent handling as well. It can be either during ejection or even after ejection when it is being actually handled. Now, what could be the reason? The reason is due to an air entrapment during the compression and the subsequent expansion of the tablet on ejection from the die. So you got it, when it comes out of the die, there is an expansion, and just because of the air trap, it comes out. Second defects could be because of, or it could be lamination. Now, it is a separation of the tablet into two or more distinct horizontal layers. Now again, the reason here could be the air entrapment during compression and subsequent release, obviously on ejection. Now the condition is exaggerated by a higher speed of the turret when it moves. The another problem that occurs is a chipping. Now, chipping is the breaking of the tablet edges while the tablet leaves the press or during a subsequent handling and coating operation. Basically, in a coating operations, the tablet has to undergo a lot of motions. A lot of motion changes, because when you put the tablet in the coating machine, it goes round and round. Now, the reason is the incorrect machine settings, especially a misset ejection takeoff. That could be one of the reasons. Another defect that we generally come across is cracking. Now, these are small, fine cracks that are observed on the upper and lower central surface of the tablets, or very rarely on the side walls as well. Okay. The reason behind these defects are basically the result of rapid expansion of the tablet, especially when a deep concave punches are being used. Okay. Now, when we talk about the formulation related defects, it could be defects like weight variations. Now, weight variations basically like the size of the granules may not be as per desired or as per the pharmacopoeia. Size distributions may not be correct. Now, picking of the tablets can happen, sticking can happen, binding can happen. Now, when we talk about the weight variation, improper granule sizes are the main reason. Then, when we talk about the formulation defects, could be sticking. The tablets here, the tablet material adhering to the die wall. Okay, and filming is slow. So, from the form of sticking, and largely due to the excessive moisture in the granulation. That means the reason for this is improperly dried or not dried or not lubricated granules. Another defect that generally happens is the picking. Now, here what happens, a small amount of material gets removed off from the tablet surface by a punch face, and the problem is more prevalent on the upper branch than the lower branch. Alright. Again, if you talk about the reason why exactly this happens, the picking generally happens is because of the punch tips have an engraving or maybe some embossing letters. And apart from that, maybe the granules, the granular materials are not improperly dried. Alright. Now let us talk about some machine related defects. Now, these machine related defects could be something called the mottling. Now, what is mottling? This is an unequal distribution of color on a tablet with a light or a dark spots, whatever it is. And the basic reason for this would be the colored drug whose color is different from the color of the excipient, which is used for granulation or of the tablets or something. Okay. Now, there are other problems such as the double impression. Now, this happens only when those punches which have a monogram or any other letter engraved on them. Okay. Now, what would be the reason? Now, the reason is actually at the moment of compression, the tablet receives the imprint of the punch. Fine. Now, the lower punch is freely drops and travels uncontrolled for a shorter distance before riding up the ejection cam to push the tablet out of the die. Thus, during this free travel, the punch rotates, and at this point what happens is the punch may make a new impression on the bottom of the tablet, resulting in a double impression. Now, apart from these, there are few other defects which basically we can see. There's a layered tablet splitting, which generally happens with a controlled released or a sustained release tablets. Okay, Apart from that, there is something called a low hardness or a low mechanical strength of the tablets, soft tablets, variable hardness or hardness variations are there. Now, apart from that, there are some other defects which we can visually see as like presence of hair, fiber, or on the tablet surface, or even if the tablet is a white color, we can spot some stains on it, right? Well, with many possibilities of defect, tablets should be subjected to a number of quality tests before they are deemed fit for marketing and consumption. Now, these tests can be again divided broadly into two categories. One is the official test or a pharmacopoeial test. Another one is a non-pharmacopoeial or a non-official test. Now we will understand what is this pharmacopoeial test and what is the non-pharmacopoeial test one by one. Now in pharmacopoeial or an official test, the parameters such as the content of the active ingredients, the absolute drug content are tested. Okay? Or rather the active ingredients, as I said, are tested. Now the weight uniformity, the weight variation, the tests are carried out. Some of the pharmacopoeial or the official quality control tests are like the content uniformity test, disintegration test, or dissolution test. Now, when we talk about a non-pharmacopoeial or a non-official test, there are tests like crushing strength test or the hardness test or a friability test or the tensile strength to determine the tensile strength of that particular tablet formulation. Now, quality control test for the tablets also involves a quality test for packaging and storing materials. Now, before the tablets are sent out for distribution, they are usually packed using an appropriate packaging materials. Now, it is very important to check the quality of these packaging materials as well. The type of packaging material used is a matter of choice and it depends on the several factors, as I said, including the degree of protection required, the compatibility of the packaging material with the formulations, as I was telling you, and apart from that, the presentation, particularly for those products which may be subjected for impulse buying. Now, what is impulse buying? It's nothing but like the over-the-counter drugs where the patient goes and buys it. The customer convenience in terms of size, weight, method of opening or reclosing, legibility of the printing, etc., and obviously the filling method and the cost. So guys, I hope I could explain in brief the defect that occurs during a commercial tablet manufacturing process. Well, if you want to know more about such informations, please do mention in the comment section. I will surely try to make a video on the same. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get all the notifications the moment I upload a video. So till the next time, take care, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye-bye.